I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I had planned for the morrow.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Best head to market before it slips my mind.
I get along with it. Always sets me.
What a hard...
Promising.
Off to market I go.
I've got a long night ahead of me.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party. I'll be here, but standing still is harder than it looks, you know. We shall await you here, Master. May our parting be brief.
I'm just grateful I get to leave quiet. Slow down. These bones can't keep up.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Nice place this. And a Knell.
Wonder if anyone else.
What a hard...
Astounding.
You know, yet there is some... I lived a simpler life. But one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far. Here I am.
Always sets me to think.
Where did you go, Master? 'Twas dreadful lonesome without you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Off to market I go.
I find myself drawn to quiet spots like this. Where was I headed?
There's ought to be said.
I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Always.
'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman. Here I am.
Nice place to sit and watch the world go by.
Where was I headed?
Not much going on.
Welcome, sir, as ever.
Place to soothe the spirit.
See anyone you like?
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Materials.
The sculptor's home is...
What should I get up to today?
What brings you here?
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. This can't be how
Bloody terrible.
Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements. I knew you would prevail, Master. Fight on, and victory shall be ours. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. I shan't let them harm you. Prepare yourself!
Are you trying to piss me off?
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Gotta be somewhere to make some quick...
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Some of us get confused. We're doing about a dozen things at once.
What am I supposed to do? Come on, have a look.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Suppose I can always run.
My sword arm could use some work.
Thomas,
see the old bloody place is watching.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. Go on, have a look.
Preparations, King. I up my training regime.
Give me a moment to think, will ye?
Suppose I best earn my keys.
This looks as good a place as any.
It's good to see people in such high spirits.
I've not an inkling of what to do.
Good to see
When
they
will my
check
watch
their rules for
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
pretty kind of me.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Have a look.
Oh dear. You seem in fine spirits.
Raw world, this. Watch your back.
Lots to do.
Only person I believe in is myself.
We're waiting on others for.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
I am the cream of the crop.
To each their own. The world is better for it.
This place always puts me at ease.
A lonely place.
Can't remember the last time
I could use a bit of sun in my life.
It's a shame.
just how I like it.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
I'll have an early supper.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end. Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath. I don't imagine you. Still, I shan't grant you more than.
The sky always puts me in a contemplate. So many happy voices carried on.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace? What are we to do?
Too quiet here for my liking.
Such
Someone
quiet.
talked about this.
Gladly stay on. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find. Look as long as you please.
Time to find me a mark.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
What's going on?
Tis our duty to see this peace.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
So enjoy dancing.
My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. It ought to be said, peace and quiet.
Preparation is key. Up my training routine.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not, and if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? No progress as yet, then. Well, you wish to expose... but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
Wait for the new equipment to come. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble there.
Sight. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Not the import ever happens here, anyhow.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness. Might look to partner up.
A long day of work.
Anywhere is better than the middle of a crowd.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection? Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. Apologies, Master. My mind was 1,000 leagues away.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you feel overburdened, mayhap
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master.
you have my support.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing. Under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us.
Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter, though they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily.
Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So Allard has been leveraging his position to line his pockets, right under the Queen Regent's nose. I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes, this should be more than enough to disgrace him. However, 'tis not enough for me to condone his assassination, of course. If your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, then I will gladly assist you however I can. I see. Perhaps that would be best. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Sven may shine light on all we've overlooked. You have my fullest confidence.
Mayhap. Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some beneficial information.
This is a memorandum of Allard's. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. It is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I would place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmicolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him.
Right you are.
Have a look.
Let's head to market before it slips my mind.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Feels eerie.
Got such peace.
I suppose I could use a moment to catch my breath. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Been a while since I heard a good story.
Leery eyes all round.
Let me
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Do not waste my time on the... Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit this place.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. That you would be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me, and quickly.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmicolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
I've just had a thought. Loath as I am to recall the events of the coronation, they are fresh in my mind still. How might the technique used to control us be dispelled?
Won't someone do aught about this?
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
I can't cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Welcome.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I have a feeling there's good coin to be made here.
Ooh, stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Some might find it tedious. Not I.
Welcome. Well met.
I've scriptured you such once I've said my prayers.
Will someone do aught about this? Might have a little kip.
Lonely place.
You wish for me to remain here? 'Tis easily done. I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my baudelry will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness. Time was. You'd think that'd be on account of him. At least I've ne'er beheld a human with a beast and parent. If we keep mixing, someday our kingdom will end up.
Goblins, Master! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
That's it!
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Why is this so good? I just know.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. All I've learned, I shall turn to your service, Arisen. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
At your leisure.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Welcome to... And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember... Misers die... early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the...
What should I do?
You seem inexperienced.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
Tis quiet about.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Something fun to do.
If I sleep on my woes,
I fear this trial is too much for one's agility.
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke.
Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
What is it? Have you brought me something to sate my unquenchable thirst for knowledge? Oh, a letter, is it? Let's see here. But know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer clouds, awaiting the return of the sun's warming glow. Well, well. I'd not thought Disa the capacity for such refinement. 'Tis a love letter of a sort. One that draws on ancient symbolism to convey its message. The moon represents a woman, the sun. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate is, I miss you. Ha! A surprisingly saccharine sentiment coming from the Queen Regent. Would you not agree? I know not who this Phasis is, though 'tis safe to say that Disa is rather... In what concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. If we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible. And as to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess. And I'm not one for pointless conjecture. I suspect someone of Batali heritage might be able to tell you more. Oh, on the hunt for the grimoire entitled Towering Earth. One moment. Here it is. Towering Earth, the Forsaken Text. You may take it. I can cast no magics myself, after all. Left in my care, 'tis as a pearl before swine. Not to mention, I've already read it. With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped that 'twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's history. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not. Almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir. Fine timing indeed. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old eyes might serve some use if only I could wear the spectacles I had specially made. Alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which few have lawful access, as I'm sure you can imagine. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees, if you catch my meaning. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my poor spectacle. What say you? Would you consider doing an old man a favor? I am in your debt. With those spectacles in hand, I might actually get through one of my tome. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.
This gloom has an eerie cast.
Battle is best avoided here.
Sir, a pray see to it that naught.
I feel this trial is too much for one such as me.
Time to be heading home.
Wonder how long this job will
Dead almost the time I made for home.
For a moment there.
Body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle. At least I have my life. That's something. All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders. Look, as long as you
Time to find me a mark.
I fear I've not useful to...
I've just had a thought. I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. How might the technique used to control us be dispelled?
silence.
Such quietude is a blessing.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Surely some.
Well now, is that the Arisen I espy? Who am I? I assure you, it matters not. Yet I should be e'er so glad if you would do me the honor of accepting this staff. Why, had you not heard? Today is a day of gift-giving, my good sir. Upon this occasion every year, the noble personages who attend this masquerade exchange gifts to deepen their bonds. Thus do I present you now with this staff. Pray, take it. 'Tis a fine make, I assure you. The finest, in fact. Now, I must away. As it so happens, I'm in a bit of a hurry. May fortune smile upon you, friend.
Well, I say. What curious attire you're wearing. This is for you.
Lords and ladies, I beg your attention. I have just received word from the sentries on patrol. We have reason to believe that a thief is lurking in the masquerade hall. Though I am loath to do so, I must ask that everyone wait here. Know also that I shall be stationing sentinels around the venue. We will strive to bring an end to this matter post-haste. We have confirmed that an item has been stolen from the Masquerade Hall. Namely, an artifact known as the Paragon Staff. As such, I must ask that you allow us to examine your possessions before exiting the venue. The search will be conducted in the main hall. Pray make your way there now. And should you have some suspicion as to the culprit in this sordid affair, you've our permission to subdue them. We humbly ask for your cooperation in the arrest of this slip.
Mercy! 'Twas me. I stole the staff.
You've made your choice. To jail with you!
Many thanks for your cooperation, sir. Owing to your capable aid, we were able to seize the culprit forthwith.
Townspeople depend on me.
Still waiting on that report.
Could do with a decent supper.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Might as well get done.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Time to head to market, methinks.
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
I must confess, yet I'm far more intrigued by this God's way. 'Tis rare. Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles. Well done, sir. With these, I shall have no need to fear any letters, be they small or faintly scrawled. I shall learn aught I can, that the day might come when I can repay this debt I owe you. Many, many thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
A resounding success!
A laudable result. Just what I would expect of the Arisen.
Our efforts have been rewarded.
There's naught I love more than a saucy rumour.
It's a thankless job, this.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk. First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. How very charming. Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
What's a lame bird?
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
I'm a goner.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Steal yourself, and we shall not fall here.
But of course there isn't. You made a trip on me.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Living's hard.
You don't need anything.
What was it I had to do?
I don't believe I had any visitors today. My interest is piqued. Very well. You may enter.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Now then, what business have you with me? Could it be you have come to learn of my magic, I wonder how you shall fare. Many are those who have knocked at my door only to walk away broken and defeated. Perhaps you would allow me to test your resolve? Bring me the grimoires I yet lack. I will not demand that you gather them all. A few shall suffice to prove your determination. You would rifle through your host's possessions unbidden? How utterly contemptuous!
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable... Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
What must needs be done?
Welcome, sir. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single... vocation when there are so many exciting... methods of combat to be tried. Always a pleasure.
I cannot wait to see your nimble blade work, Master.
Our foes will soon find themselves hard-pressed. What am I supposed to do about it?
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon. 'Twas a remarkable
Pleasure doing business with you.
Go on, have a look. Everyone busy with their own affairs.
Never should have taken this shift.
Well, hello. Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Do come again? Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
It's this way.
But not at the expense of my duty.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful. As a matter of fact, loath as I am to recall the events of the coronation, they are fresh in my mind still. We must needs uncover this.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Oh, a ballista!
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavour to keep up. We are less fleet of foot. Most
and strike at its heart.
Killing its pulse is no mean feat, but it can be done.
This group has wonderful.
Strength. What a repellent creature. 'Tis as though it feeds off of life itself. Careful now. 'Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
More foes? Scarce feel my arm from the last battle.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
A flawless execution. Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a trick. Treasure chest in this area. The chance you'd like to see it.
Someone help me!
Someone is in need of our aid. One can never be owed too many favours.
No foe is your equal arisen.
A friendly face at last. I cannot thank you enough for your aid, sir. If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and safeguard me from harm? I fear there are none else to whom I can turn, and if this is not done, the road through these grounds shall forever remain impassable. Pray. Oh, thank you! I am in your care, sir.
We are to safeguard Sir Oscar to the cenotaph. Shall we be off? I know the way. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We cannot break it from this side.
True enough. This is... It's a powerful weapon. A single bolt loose from it will carry tremendous lethal force. It is not powerful, it's weapon. I imagine it would be most efficient for combat.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Well done!
Not again! I'm losing track of how many of these we've felled.
That was superb, Arisen.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
I will finish this, here and now!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Oh, 'twasn't an easy journey. But here we are at last. All that remains is to ring the bell. I only pray it were... That should do it, eh? Aught seems to be well. My humblest thanks, sir. I swear I'll never shirk this sacred duty again. I'd fain reward you for your aid. Heaven knows you've earned it. But I fear times have been rather tough on me. Oh, perhaps you'd accept this key for your troubles. I happened upon it on our way here. I suppose it must unlock something on this battleground, though I confess I know not what. Still, surely it must be grand, as the key is of such ornate make. I pray it is to your liking, sir.
A resounding success!
A laudable result. Just what I would expect of the Arisen. Our efforts have been rewarded.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable performance in our party.
Hold fast!
As a matter of fact, I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns. I lack information pertinent to this task.
Cyclops wears a helmet! We'll need to remove it with a strike at its eye.
Our foe is susceptible to lightning attacks. It seems that the range of our foe. Why do you not use their range for our goal? I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Did anyone... really afford to carry more? At last! I thought we'd never find one.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Here's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Whatever... This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry...
Fancy a look at my wares?
Do come again.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Should be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Right you are.
Oh! The monster's left something for us.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use...
The monster's left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
We cannot break it from this side.
True enough.
Could very well be a trap.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
At last! I thought we'd never find one.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
If we're to destroy this, it will have to be from the other side.
Nothing else for it, I suppose. This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. That was superb, Arisen. I am sorry.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better.
Another battle so soon? We only just pulled through the last one.
Nicely done.
Glad to be of service.
Splendid.
Perhaps 'tis best to live and let live.
Master, are you unharmed? They are best left undisturbed.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
It seems undisturbed. Mayhap we'll be the first ones to explore it.
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces. I am poised to strike. Say the word. Shall I assist?
Let my magic grant you an elemental power.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Thank goodness someone has a hand to lend.
Bear in mind that the brute will seek out women with unwavering resistance.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easy to counter.
Well, I strike! Right where it hurts!
One of us has been doused in slime.
This brute has quite a sense.
I do not use their range to our advantage. Understood.
Pleasure to serve you, Master. I don't know a thing about that quest, so I can't guide you. You could try to hire a pawn with the information we need. Times must be tedious if you've resorted to challenging beasts to bouts.
You ought not to be so careless.
Another battle, with nary a moment to breathe. We must try to find a moment to gather our strength. Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
You'll want to remove that slime, and soon.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. It's taking every ounce of my strength just to remain standing. Will this march never end?
I only hope we don't encounter any foes.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, you must hire a pawn who does.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
We must rest.
Though... Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Now here's a welcome sight.
This can't be happening.
I sustain your...
up, we'll lock its feet right out from under it.
Strike fast and sure, and our quarry shall fall. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
materials such as this can be combined.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
I could do this all day.
Well met. Fulminous shield, eh? 'Tis a bargain, I reckon. I picked it up in Melve after the dragon attacked. Can't speak for its contents, but it certainly looks valuable. Hope to see you again.
Familiar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party. Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavour to keep up. I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves. Right. Not bad.
That'd be a service. But of course there isn't. You may depend upon me. You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of.
If a ranged attack is needed, you can counter one. Might I be of assistance?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Treasure chest. I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Unless my eyes deceive me, there's something down there.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Have faith in your arm. Drop all
We'll
your
see you
valuables, and I might just let you live.
Ice's sting is yours to wield. Battle is best avoided here.
Full glad I am to be returned to you, Master. I cannot thank you enough.
We know not what lies ahead. Be alert for changes in the terrain.
The retreat may be in order, depending on what makes this its lair. Well fought. This calls for a curative.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
I've just had a thought. The time I spent apart from you was miserable indeed, Master. May we never be parted again.
Being separated from our master must have been hard, temporary though it may have been.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
To serve you, Master.
This is just what's needed.
Water is nigh invisible. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots. Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
To regret this.
Poison is a nasty infection.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to enchantment of cold to freeze our bones.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Go where you're going. Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Here we go again. Fight. To arms.
By your leave.
Good show. I did.
Yeah, so we've combed every inch of this place now.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength.
One of us has been poisoned!
We shall have to crane on next to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Was superb, Arisen.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter. At hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party. Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, your poison is a nasty affliction. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Whatever it is you need, I shall gladly. That That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. I lack information pertinent to this matter. Consider hiring a born veteran role in such a
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge. We must not go down.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
You're welcome. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. I sustain yours to be.
I don't know a thing about that quest, so I can't guide you. You could try to hire a pawn with the information we need.
Poison is a nasty.
Feast your eyes on this!
gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
Naught can threaten us if we want.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Another encounter? I ill like this. We're already hard pressed from our previous Poison is a nasty.
Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea.
An enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
That...
It's hard won. What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future aggression. I lack information pertinent to allowing a full
cave. Shall we proceed into the depths? Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard. Of course.
Did anyone else see that? Or catch it? Is the light?
We ought to take a closer look.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
'Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat. Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
You are in need of healing. Allow me.
Wait a moment.
Another battle, with nary a moment between. We must try to find a moment to gather our strength.
Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
One of us has been poisoned!
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Was most effective.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, you must hire a pawn who does.
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Wait a moment.
Would that such tranquility could last.
I quite agree.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
I mustn't let the captain see my knees now. Everyone's as tired as I am.
My patience wears a little thinner each passing year.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your... vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again.
Way to reach it. Took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Good day, sir.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore.
Shall we... Whereabouts are you in?
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
This ox cart's back. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. That's quite enough.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Now that's a surprise.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
It's this way.
What's happened?
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Fulminous. We'll see who's got the right of it. Have you not eyes?
You would rifle through your host's possessions unbidden?
Tis good to be reunited.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Have you found any grimoires? This will suffice. You have proven your determination. Unless you intend... Very well. Then your trial is complete, and I shall teach you my magic in time. Patience, my pupil. I merely wish to observe your skills a little longer. Well, well. Take caution in the practice of magic. I hope you're made of sterner stuff than that. You bear the talent for the acquisition of magics. I do not do so lightly, for this technique is volatile in the extreme. But I trust...
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft...
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remarkable and was burnt to a crisp. Pleasure doing business with you.
Welcome, sir. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat. Be tried. How goes the collection? Made any progress? Do come again.
Well chosen, Arisen. I'm certain.
Welcome, sir. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation. When 'tis folly to linger. On a single vocation when there are so many exciting do come again.
We shall bolster each other in turn.
Welcome. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation. When there are so many, always a pleasure.
Master, do bear in mind that a Ferrystone can shorten a long day's journey into a single instant.
I quite agree.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fair recovery, really. The man.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Follow me, if you would.
This ox cart will need to see some coin before I let you on.
Whatever's to be done.
Consarn it.
This spot offers a tremendous... We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. You have my protection. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
You're going to regret that. You'll not live to regret this.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Lots to do, and precious little time. Need anything?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. Ah, excellent find.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Always another errand to see.
I'll feel the sight now.
I'm off to the tavern.
You understand how heavy. Would you hear my request? I thank you.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Not good will come of this.
We're setting out.
I must find irresistible.
Out of the car.
We'll pull through yet! Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our blood.
Enhances our chances against future adversaries.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more? I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never... Oh, I should tell you. There's a forgotten rift stone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now?
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I will protect you.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. This was excellent. I could have done no better.
Glad to be of service.
Well said.
Topple such foes with my hands tied behind my back. Shall I give it a try?
Right you are.
And before I forget, is your pack not overburdensome? You carry so much, I worry for your poor spine.
can defend themselves when grappled like this.
You'll not live to regret it.
Is that a statue I espy over yonder?
We ought to take a closer look. Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Have you brought me a grimoire, sir? Thank you for all the grimoires, sir. Is that the last of them you'll be bringing? Then you have my gratitude for all you've done. Would that I had a reward for you. Oh, mayhap this will suffice. 'Tis a ring my father gave me. 'Tis only fitting, really, given he was the one who forbade my studies in the first place. Go on. 'Tis no cheap trinket. Now, I'd best take my leave of you.
Miss Trisha was positively thrilled to receive those grimoires. May her studies prove fruitful.
I quite agree.
We managed to avoid the worst by some miracle. I am grateful for your aid. You must come visit us again, once she has recovered.
It was a near thing, but Miss Trisha is saved. Let us look in on her again in the coming days to see how she fares.
Understood.
Come.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
'Twould seem I've you to thank for saving me as well as Gran. Who could have suspected things would happen as they did? 'Twas as though my very self was about to vanish. Gran said 'twas because the magic within me is many times greater than 'tis within other people. She's going to teach me how to control my magic so it won't happen again. I can hardly wait. Oh, that reminds me. Keep this a secret from Gran. But when my magic was all out of control, I learnt a sort of technique. I'll need to study hard if I'm to try it without exploding again.
Learning to shackle such immense power seems
This might surprise you, but I've already mastered a variety of magics. And since you've been so kind to me, I'd like to teach you a special one.
You've been good to me. To us. I mean to teach you one of my techniques. I've every faith you'll use it wisely. Take this.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
The Queen Regent.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Thank you kindly. For you, as a token of my appreciation.
As quiet as a milk. My bed.
Know you of the brine? Shallow waters are becoming a feast for the brine is.
Not much fun to be around here.
My bed calls.
Welcome to browse my.
Well done, Arisen.
Can I interest you in a room, sir? Do stop by again.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
My bed.
I must go. I will find naught.
Hardly be named.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Let's take it easy today.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
My legs are stiff as...
Ho there. How have you fared? Might I beg a favor of you? You have my gratitude.
If anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Good day, sir. What might she be looking for?
This ox cart's back. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Do not test me. Fine.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a corn vet to deprived of such an...
No one can defend themselves with grappled like this.
Here, an enchantment to hold to freeze our foes.
have my protection.
Just when I needed it most. Many thanks.
It's this way.
I lack information pertinent to this.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
I've got wares of every ilk. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Welcome. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. Do come again.
The Sovereign's retinue